it's just a miracle that you can walk out into the forest, into nature, and there's just food provided for you, and it's so much more nutritious than anything that we can grow. And there's such a diversity of things. I mean, I only have a very limited knowledge of what's actually edible. I'm sure there's a vast amount of food that that I haven't even discovered yet, that I don't know. But what I do know, and what I've learned, is I can walk through the forest and just eat my way through it, and it feeds me like nutritionally, physically, and it feeds me spiritually. It's just all around medicine, and I just love it. I just think it's just such an amazing thing that nature knows and comes back every year, and you know, seasonally every year is different. Different things grow, different things have, you know, kind of boom and bust sort of years, and that's all part of it, and I think that's what we need. You know, I think that on those years, that's what our body needs. Maybe we need more, you know, iron-rich greens, or maybe we need more berries full of antioxidants, or, you know, I think the more we listen and tune into nature and just kind of flow with it, the healthier we'll be, and the more, you know, grounded and kind of in harmony with this planet that will be. And that's important. That's going to help save this planet. The more people realize that every little forest around you and every little natural space is full of food and medicine, and also will just heal your soul, the better off we'll be. The more earth protectors will come because of it. So get out and pick some food. Got fiddleheads here today. Beautiful, beautiful fiddleheads. A pocket full of dandelions. It's all out here. You just have to walk out and enjoy it. The wild raspberries are just budding out big time. And these ones are gooseberries. This little baby is called cow parsnip, and my favorite time to eat cow parsnip is when they go to bloom. They blossom, like their flower buds come out, but they're not fully opened, and you can pick the flower buds, and they make like the most delicious tempura. But you can also eat the greens and the stalk. You have to be a little bit careful with cow parsnip because it can burn your skin. It's got a sap that is like photosensitive. I can't remember the right terminology for it, but you want to avoid getting that sap on your skin if you're out in the sunlight. But carefully, yeah, if you pick these stalks, peel the outside of them, they have like a nice vegetable in the middle. The whole plant is edible. Even the root is kind of like a tuber, and it is edible as well. So yeah, great plant, and grows wild everywhere. All these seed heads that you see, if you're ever looking for cow parsnip, that's what you're looking for. That's a cow parsnip head from last year, and those are the seeds, which are also edible. You can use them as a spice. And it's huge. When it grows to full height, it's about, well, 5-6 feet tall, so it's a big plant. Here is another choice edible. This is a fireweed shoot. And you can tell by, it's got kind of a purplish green color to the stalk. And yeah, these shoots are just delicious at this time of year. You can eat them. It's just kind of like asparagus almost. You pick the whole shoot and eat it. You can saute it or eat it raw or whatever, but they are beautiful. I like to leave a lot of them though, because we use the leaves and flowers and stuff for medicine later in the year. But yeah, if you have a good field of fireweed, they are a lovely green food. This little beauty is known as bedstraw, and you can always kind of tell it's a cleaver family, and you can always tell what it is because it's sticky. It kind of like if you walk by a big one of these in the forest, it'll stick to your skin, stick to your clothes. Yeah, these are wonderful edible. I think eating them is actually one of the best ways to take them in. They're also used for medicine and used for lymphatic drainage, I believe. And there is a bunch of it coming up here. I like just eating it though. It's really a lovely edible. That little baby is a marsh marigold, and they grow in marshes, just as they are called. It's the first bloom I've seen of this whole season. Okay, and this one is known as an ostrich fern, and this is what you're looking for when you're trying to find the fiddleheads. You're looking for these kind of reddish brown tendrils that are dried up, and this is last year's growth. And what you really want are these little gems. If I can get close enough to them. These are early season fiddleheads. So it's the beginning of the fern starting to unfurl. And as they are, they're like a little vegetable. You can take these and you're meant to parboil them and then saute them. And yeah, they're just a delicious little treat. These are actually what I was coming out here to find. I had a feeling that they were about ready to unfurl. And so this is when you want to pick these. Ostrich ferns is when they're still kind of furled up and in these what they call fiddleheads. This is what you want. And these ferns are perennial, so you want to leave, like there's about probably 15 or 20 ferns in this bunch. You want to leave a good portion of them, like you don't want to pick all of them from one plant. So I just take a few, a small handful, you know, and you can pick that amount from a bunch of different plants, and then you have yourself a little meal. guys. Okay, first two to get planted in the greenhouse. So just out of the organs of that cow, we harvested about 50 pounds of ground meat and stew meat and liver. We love to make liver.